Today I'm going to rank all of the Sword and Shield sets from best to worst pickups at the price point they're at now. There are some sets from the Sword and Shield era that have gone up in price a lot. For example, Evolve in the Skies, Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, those are all above $200. And then there's some other sets like Silver Tempest, Battle Styles, Astral Radiance where they're still not above $200. So that kind of begs the question, which sets are worth picking up right now at their price point? So that's what I'm going to do today. This is going to be a longer video. I'm going to talk about each of these sets and why I believe they're either bad or good pickups. So, get some popcorn or something and let's talk about these sets and why I believe some of these sets are either good or bad pickups as of right now. So first, let's start off with, some of the bad stuff. So let's start off with Shining Fates. This is going at the bottom tier and let me tell you why. So during the whole hype boom of Pokemon, Shining Fates was actually pretty popular. Because it had a Charizard in it. With people getting back in the hobby, anything but Charizard, it was doing well. Shining Face was no exception. These ETBs, it's a specialty set, got up to I think around $60 or a little bit more than that, maybe all the way up to 70. These went crazy, but they did a huge reprint on this, and when I mean huge, I mean huge. These boxes or ETBs tanked, and they're sitting right now at around $45, $50. Are they a good pickup as of right now? No, not in my opinion. Because all this set really has is that Charizard VMAX. And that card right now is $70, $80, so it is pretty expensive. But other than that, there is nothing in the set. Yes, there's like the baby shinies, but no one really cares about baby shinies. There's a small niche market. But to be honest, those shiny cards are kind of boring. Yeah, they're kind of cool because they're a little bit silvery and whatever. But other than that, that's the only thing going for it, the Charizard card. And you remember, this is a specialty set. There's no booster boxes. There's only ETBs. And that alone, for me, is a no-go. So Shining Fates, they've been sitting at the same price for I think like over a year now. This is going to be a brick, but if you want to hold on to this and it'll probably go up in the future, you can. But remember, it's an ETB, right? If you're going to ship it or whatever, think about all that other stuff. Let's say this goes up to $60, $70. With shipping and fees, you're going to be cutting even. I do not think Shining Fates is a good pickup. This is probably one of the last things I would buy from this whole list. Next, let's talk about another specialty set. Pokemon Go. Now, believe it or not, I actually believe Pokemon Go is a little bit better than Shining Fates for a few reasons. One is that Pokemon Go, there's a game out there for it. If Pokemon Go ever gets another hype thing, this set is probably going to do decent, right? Next, this is the big thing that Pokemon Go has that I think is kind of cool. I mean, it has the Mewtwo alternate art, but it's not really worth much. But other than that, one cool thing about Pokemon Go is that there is, I think it's in the reverse slot. I could be wrong about this, but you can actually peel a sticker off a card and it reveals a Ditto. I think that's a really cool factor about this set. I don't know how many people actually know about it, but I think that's really cool that this set has a thing where you can literally pull off a sticker from a card and it reveals a Ditto. I think that is really cool. So that's why I believe Pokemon Go is a little bit better than Shining Fates. But still, I really wouldn't pick up Pokemon Go. You can still get Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes from Pokemon Go. If that doesn't say anything, I don't know what it does. But Pokemon Go, there's not a lot of demand for it. So I really want to pick it up. But if you're going to choose in between Shining Fates and Pokemon Go, I honestly think that Pokemon Go might be a little bit better. So next, let's get another, of these, specialty sets out the way. Champion's Path. Champion's Path is pretty expensive compared to Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is probably around, $40, $45, somewhere around Shining Fates. Champion's Path ETBs are around like $90 to $100, but I would say it's an okay pickup. The only thing that that Champion's Path has is the Charizard. It's kind of the same with Shining Fates. It's just the Charizard in it, and that's it. But Champion's Path does have more expensive Charizards in it. It has the Shiny Charizard. It has the VMAX one. Those are pretty expensive. They're in the hundreds of dollars. So that's the only reason why I would say the set is okay. But this set has been, pretty stagnant with the prices of ETBs. I think Champion's Path isn't that popular. I really believe that the whole Charizard era of, that being like the hype thing is kind of over a little bit because I really feel like that kind of just gained in popularity during the whole boom. And now that, the boom isn't there, I think Charizard isn't as popular as it was like a few years ago. So just for that reason and the prices of the ETBs, I would not really pick it up. But it is better than Pokemon Go and Shining Fates. I think there will be a market for it in the future. But as of right now, for its price, I don't think it's the best pickup. Next here, let's go to the last specialty set, Celebrations. Now, Celebrations, I do not have any of anymore. I used to have some. Where would I put this? I would put this at good. So, Celebrations, it's a 25th anniversary set, so that's obviously a good thing about it. It is basically a reprint set of a bunch of old stuff. Some people like that, some people don't. It's just like evolutions. Celebrations, I think the ETBs right now are at $70, $80. You know, you can get some of the collection boxes for around $30, $35, somewhere around there. So at that price point, I think that's not a bad entry. If you haven't picked up any, you know, from before, if you want to buy some, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. But these have been kind of stagnating for a little bit. I think some people are tired of reprint sets. But for right now, you know, especially if you get those Lance's Charizard boxes that I sold, they have Evolving Skies, they have Fusion Strike, they have 4 celebration packs. For 35 bucks, that's not a bad deal. But it is a specialty set. Once again, there's, you know, the UPC for celebrations, the Pokemon Center ETBs. There's some products you can get that I think are going to perform well in the long run. But yeah, it's not a bad pickup, but I personally, I think, you know, it's all right. It's like, it's decent. So now, getting on to the main sets. So let's pick one out here. Let's pick Darkness Ablaze. Darkness Ablaze, I'm putting down here with Pokemon Go. Honestly, I could put it at like Champions Path level. So Darkness Ablaze is pretty much, you know, it's just like Champions Path in the way that literally the only expensive card is the Charizard card. But the Charizard card isn't worth anything. And the Charizard card's worth like 20, 30 bucks. And that is it. There is literally nothing in the set but that. However, it's a main set, has a booster box. You know, bad sets perform in the long run. So basically, all these booster boxes, I don't think I'd put any of them as bad. But the worst ones are probably just going to be an okay. They're going to perform okay, but they're just not the most optimal. These booster boxes now are what? Like 120, 130, 140. There's a little bit, if you spend a little bit more money, you can get a way better box. So just as it is right now at 120, 130, I don't think Darkness Ablaze is a good pickup, but it will perform. It's a main set booster box. It's not that bad, but just not optimal. Next here, let's do Evolving Skies. Now, believe it or not, I'm putting Evolving Skies at the top. Now, you might be saying, you don't have any Evolving Skies booster boxes. I know. I have some ETBs though, but why am I saying Evolving Skies is still a good pickup? Right now, booster boxes you can get anywhere from $600, $700. They really range because they're so expensive. If you can get these for around $600, $650, I think it's actually a good pickup. I'm not buying any myself because just having that booster box so expensive right now, when I feel like there's other better pickups in the amount of money I have, I'm not picking any up myself. But if you have the capital to pick up Evolving Skies, this box is 100% going to hit $1,000 within probably, if I were to guess, within a year. These boxes, it's so expensive right now, but it's so obvious it's going to hit $1,000 soon. It's like, look at Team Up. The box was like $800 and it shot up all the way to like 2,000 something, and within like a year. Evolving Skies, I think, has the same kind of factor to it. Look at all the cards. Umbreon's like, what, $800? It's going to hit 1,000 and within a year, in my opinion. Why? Then you might say, why don't you just buy it then? It's just my cost of entry and then selling it. Yes, there's going to be so much demand probably for the set still within a year. But just all that combined, I'd rather buy some other boxes for a little bit cheaper. But if you have the money, Evolving Skies is still a good pickup because it's going to hit $1,000. It's just going to do it. So I still put it at the top because there's so much demand for the set. And even at the boxes, you know, the prices are now like $600 to $700. They're selling so much every day. Go on eBay, look at how many sell. It's actually pretty crazy. Even cases at, you know, $3,500 to $4,000 they sell every day. It's pretty crazy. So just that alone, liquidity, Evolving Skies is at the top. Now let's go with Vivid Voltage. So Vivid Voltage, I would actually put at good. So I think it's better than Darkness Ablaze because it has the Rainbow Chonkachu in it. That card is still above $100, and it's a main set. You get the booster box. I am thinking actually about buying maybe a couple just to have because I like the Pikachu on the box, and I think that's a big factor. You know, I think Pikachu is way more popular than Charizard. It just, you know, a lot of people I think gravitate more towards Pikachu than Charizard, and this card is worth a little bit over $100. So, but other than that, it doesn't have anything. But that factor alone, the Chonkachu Rainbow card, in the future, I think there's going to be people that are going to be chasing that card. So this, in my opinion, is still a good pickup. Booster boxes, they're hovering around $130, $140. So it's not a bad pickup. So if you find a good deal for Vivid Voltage, it might not be a bad idea to pick up a couple booster boxes because they still are sitting around MSRP or a little bit under. So it's honestly not that bad of a pickup in my opinion. And like I said, I'm looking for a couple of these myself just because I want to get a little bit more variety, and I like Pikachu, so that's what I'm doing. So Vivid Voltage, a little bit better than Darkness Ablaze. Next, Rebel Clash. This, like I said, I'll just put it okay. Like, I'm not going to really put anything as bad. Rebel Clash, they're sitting at what, like 220, 230. It has some trainers in it that are worth a little bit of money, like 30, 40 bucks. But other than that, there's really nothing in the set. Like a lot of these early sets just had a lot of rainbow cards, and that was kind of it. Just at its price point at, $220, $230, Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, Lost Origin, they're around that price and they're way better. So it's like, other than just getting it because you want to complete maybe the Sword and Shield era set or something like have all the booster boxes, I don't really see why you'd buy it when there's way better boxes right in front of you. But I'll just put out okay because it is going to perform, but it's just not that wanted. Next, Sword and Shield, same thing. Sword and Shield is a little bit better, I feel like, than Rebel Clash in my opinion. It is a little bit more expensive. It's like around $300. But Sword and Shield has a Marnie card in it, so that's kind of cool. And it's like the base set of a very good era, so it has a little bit more going for it than Rebel Clash in my opinion, but it is more expensive. Still really wouldn't recommend picking up this booster box at that price. Like, I mean, if you're gonna spend that much, like I said, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, like, you might as well just pick up those. So, still gonna put it at okay though. Next here, Silver Tempest, going at fantastic. I know a lot of people don't like buying from the Pokemon Center website. I've been showing you guys, I've made videos about buying from them, and if you buy in quantities of 3 or 4, you should be pretty good. They have come perfectly for me when I've bought 3 at a time. But Silver Tempest, I'm telling you, if you do not buy it right now at like, if you can get it at MSRP and you're fine buying from Pokemon Center website, but you're not doing it, you're going to regret it. I'm telling you, when this goes out of stock on the Pokemon Center website, let's say it happens within a month, I think by the end of the year, these are going to go towards $200. It's not going to hit it. I think it's going to be maybe around 180, 190. But you can get these at MSRP. Silver Tempest, Lugia, the Rayquaza. Like, getting it at MSRP right now is crazy. They did a big reprint with Lost Origin. But Silver Tempest is still available. This is such a great pickup, and I can't stress that enough. Some of you guys have said, though, that Silver Tempest, what else does it have other than Lugia? Well, it has a few more alternate arts. It has the trainer gallery, not only the Rayquaza, but that's another component. It has other trainer gallery cards. Basically, in my opinion, any set with a trainer gallery is a pretty good pickup. Because there's just more of a factor, and the trainer gallery cards are so nice, and just that extra chance of getting a hit in a pack, I think alone that factor is very good for a set. And basically all the sets with trainer galleries, they're all good. So, I mean, to get this box at this price, Lugia, the Lugia card, Rayquaza in the trainer gallery, this is at MSRP. Like, this is about to hit 2 years old. And yeah, it's kind of crazy that, this is still available on the Pokemon Center website, but hey, I'm picking them up. I've been picking them up. And I'll continue to say this set is going to do very well, and at this price point, it is such a good pickup. Next, Lost Origin. I'm putting Lost Origin at the top as well. Lost Origin, if you guys don't know, I have a ton of. Same thing with Silver Tempest. Lost Origin, though, recently it has gone up in value. Just about a few months ago, you could have gotten these for 180, 190. Now you can't really get them below like 210, 205. You can't really get them for under that, because there's just so much demand for Lost Origin. If you go look at the sales and stuff, the Giratina card, the Aerodactyl, it has a lot going for it. Also in the trainer gallery, it has other good cards too. It has the Pikachu cards. This is going to perform in the long run, and at $200 something, this is still a very good pickup. The Giratina was at like $300 something, like high 300s. It's really crazy. So still at this price point, I think it's still a good pickup, even though it's gone up a decent amount within the past few months. Next here, Fusion Strike. So I'm going to put Fusion Strike right now. I think it's a great pickup. Now, I've been buying a few of these boxes just loose because I want to have more for myself. Fusion Strike right now, it's hard. You can get them for around $220, $230 if you get them for a little bit lower, but market price around $240. They're already pretty expensive. Like $230, $240 is a good amount for a Sword and Shield box right now. Fusion Strike, though, it has a lot going for it. It has the Gengar, it has the Espeon, it has some other cards too. It doesn't have a trainer gallery, but other than that, like, it has a good amount of expensive cards, and the artwork's really nice. So I think it's still a fine pickup at its price, but it's a little bit more expensive. So you might gravitate towards maybe some other sets, but I still think it's good. I'm gonna put Chilling Reign at actually a fantastic pickup. Chilling Reign, you can get these boxes for a little bit less than Fusion Strike boxes. You can get these for around $210, $215 if you get them on the lower end of the price range. Chilling Reign has a ton of expensive cards. If you look at go on TCG Player, look at the price guide. There is a ton of cards in the double digits. It has the Blaziken, it has the Moltres, it has the Snorlax Gold. It has a ton of nice artworks. Honestly, I think Chilling Reign is a better pickup than Fusion Strike, just at its price point and the amount it has to offer. Chilling Reign, I think, is still a great pickup even at its price. It doesn't have a trainer gallery though, but I feel like that's okay with how many cards in there that are that valuable. Chilling Reign is still a good pickup. Next we have Brilliant Stars. Now Brilliant Stars, I'm gonna put this at a, I would say fantastic. A lot of these Sword and Shield sets are still so good. Brilliant Stars, the market price is around 180. You can get them for around 170. Brilliant Stars, I think it's not talked about as much right now as some other sets, but Brilliant Stars is still very good. Yes, I know, the main card in it is the Charizard, but the Charizard artwork is very good. It also has the Arceus V alternate art. The trainer gallery. See, this is what people don't talk about. The trainer. I know some people don't really care about trainer galleries or whatever. They don't talk about it. But bro, this has evolution cards in the trainer gallery. It has Umbreon, Sylveon, and has some other really cool artworks. The trainer gallery is really cool. So I feel like there's just a lot more. Like, okay, it has the Charizard and Arceus V alternate art already in the main set. Then you add the trainer gallery. It's a very good set. And for 170, 180, I think that's still a very good pickup, just in my opinion. Even though there really is no card in there that's worth more than like the booster box per se, it doesn't really matter. Like it has so many nice artworks and stuff. I think Brilliant Stars is still a very good pickup. I don't have many myself. Like, I only have a few boxes. I might pick up a little bit more. But yeah, Brilliant Stars, if you want it, it's still a good pickup. Next, Battle Styles. Now Battle Styles, I'm gonna put as, it's really hard to say with this one. I'm gonna put it at, it's really hard. I'm in between good and great. I'm gonna say, you know what, this is a good pickup. Battle Styles is the first set with alternate arts. It has a Tyranitar, which I feel like is the only card that's really going to be wanted. I don't think really anyone really cares about Urshifu. That's just my opinion. But definitely the Tyranitar is going to carry the whole set if it ever does go up in price, like a good amount, or if it has a surge or something. It's going to be the Tyranitar card. So that's basically what you're banking off of. I know the Urshifus are worth like 40, 50 bucks, but I don't know. I just feel like they're not that popular. Battle Styles, you can get these boxes, what, now for 120, 130? That's still very low. But in my opinion, I would rather pay $20 more per box and get Silver Tempest over Battle Styles. But Battle Styles, it's gonna perform okay in the long run. But just, it's not that popular. It just has such a negative, I guess, sentiment to it. I just think liquidity isn't gonna be that high for it in the future. Definitely better than some of the other ones like Rebel Clash. But it's decent. But I just don't really like Battle Styles. Lastly, Astral Radiance. It's going at the top. Astral Radiance, I feel like, is the most underrated set in Sword and Shield right now, especially for the cards in there. I really think that, the Machamp card is pretty cool, has a Palkia Dialga, but the trainer gallery in this set is so good. I feel like this is actually one of the best trainer galleries in the Sword and Shield era. That might be a hot take, but the Starmie card is like 50 bucks. It has some other really nice artworks in there. Just look at the trainer gallery. It's really amazing. You can get them for 150 to 160 right now. It's a really good pickup. I think it's very undervalued. Just my opinion. You saw my last video. Recently, I just picked up, a case of these, because I got a really good price. So yeah, that's the tier list. This is my tier list of my opinion on the best and worst pickups. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this list. Do you agree with it, or am I wrong? Tell me down below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.